The internet has been filled up with so much controversy since its mass spread throughout the globe, and YouTube especially has been a large cause of this. Cancel culture has made us aware of many of those that we worship actually very flawed human beings, and in this video I'm just going to go over some of the most controversial internet figures and personalities that we've seen thus far. Perhaps one or two of your favourite YouTubers might be in here. We're all human and we're all flawed, but some things that these people have done are inexcusable. So please don't get mad at me for saying it and expressing it and giving my opinion. Get mad at them for doing it. In addition, if there's anything I've missed or any facts that I've misinterpreted, please let me know down in the comments. And otherwise, let's get into this thing. Above the iceberg, we have Shane Dawson. It's crazy. I think I've only made 26 videos, and this must already be about the third or fourth time I've mentioned Shane Dawson. Racism, practically every sex crime under the sun. This dude has been embroiled in controversy from the very start. I've mentioned him in previous videos. His first ever public video is an apology video, which is completely like, you know, that kind of says, it speaks volumes. Let's move on. Jake and Logan Paul. You probably knew they were going to be here. Suicide forest, promoting gambling to children, trespassing, partying during COVID. The police frequently raid at least Jake Paul's mansion. Jake Paul specifically has scammed his audience numerous times. For example, the time he made the YouTuber Crash Course, which has since stopped. He just milks his audience dry. You could write a novel with the controversies that these two have been in, and they actually have. Look at their Wikipedia pages. Lil Tay, also known as the youngest flexer of the decade, the century. If you don't know who she is, she was internet famous quite a few years back for being a 9-year-old that just said a bunch of crass things and had a lot of money. I think she's been confirmed as fake. It was all like an act, but people still ate it up, and I have to ask what kind of people thought it would be funny in the first place. Like, her life is going to be dictated by who she was when she was 9, and that, in my opinion at least, is a little bit messed up. I don't really understand the fascination with that. Bhad Bhabie. Bhad Bhabie, otherwise known as Cash Me Outside Girl. Her controversy was, I don't know, her entire online presence. She got big after going on Dr. Phil and becoming a meme. Again, I don't know why people latched onto this, but unlike Lil Tay, I don't think she was faking it. She just honestly seems like a rotten person. And then she became a meme. Leafy. I mean, where do I begin? Basically, every video that Leafy uploaded back in 2016 was controversial. He made fun of disabled people. He essentially bullied children and young teens. He got his nudes leaked, as I discussed in my YouTube drama Iceberg. He's been banned from the platform, and again, his entire career was controversial. He kind of thrived on controversy. So yeah. Sam Pepper. If you flash back to like 2013, 2014, 2015 YouTube, pranks and social experiments were all the rage. They were just huge. Even today they still are, but going back then they were especially popular. So what did Sam Pepper think the rational thing to do was? Let's talk to random women on the street, and when they're not suspecting it, make out with them. And then when he uploaded that, and it got a bunch of hate, his path of logic went, okay, let me kidnap my friend and pretend to execute them. Obviously the kidnapping prank was fake, right? But honestly, the fact that he thought that was an okay thing to upload to, you know, the guy's acting was really, really good in it. Like, if that's fake, that dude needs to win an Oscar or something, because that seemed like a very real reaction. And the fact that Sam Pepper thought that would be just like a nice light-hearted prank, but apparently it's fake anyway. But I don't understand. I feel like there's a gap. Like, there should have been something between. Like, did he just wake up that day and was like, you know what, today I'm gonna make a prank where I kidnap my friends and I make one watch as I pretend to execute the other, and then fake it and make it look real and upload it to... What was he thinking? Rebecca Black, a few years ago, made a hit song Friday to the disappointment of my ear canals. Her controversy was that she just made a popular song that people hated. It was catchy. Like, it was catchy. She was basically just a rich girl who used that money to write and record a song. I personally don't think she's as bad as people kind of say she is, but at the time it was controversial, I guess. People just hated her. Like, people just really hated Rebecca Black, and I kind of felt like it was unfair. But yeah, let's move on. Butch Hartman, known for his work on Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom. Well, I mean, his controversies are quite recent, actually. It's come to surface that much of his work was plagiarized. As well as this, his streaming service, Oaxis, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, that was crowdfunded over 2 years ago, has not been released to the public, so people just gave him money to not do something. There's also been pay disputes, as well as his general demeanour as sources of controversy. So he is a man who is beloved by a lot, but also hated by a lot. He is embroiled in controversy. Ajit Pai. I mean, I could go on about this dude for ages, and how his views are wrong. But if you don't know him, he's the guy that's trying to take away net neutrality to the horror of, I don't know, everyone who actually, apart from him, who actually likes the taking away of net neutrality. Everyone who uses the net thinks it's an awful idea. And so I don't understand. I don't understand how he thinks it's a good idea. I think it's funny because this man is meant to be speaking for the people, and you can quite clearly see that internet users don't like his policies. They like net neutrality. Ajit Pai, in the 0.00000000001 chance you're watching this video, go yourself. Nikocado Avocado. Oh man, researching this one was a treat. I haven't actually discovered his content before. So yeah, he's been accused of abusive behavior, yada yada yada. What I think is more controversial is simply his videos. If there's one way I can describe them, it's gluttony. I'm a big fan of Matt Stoney, who's a professional eater. He kind of speed eats. He speed runs eating, if that's a thing. He's a professional kind of speed eater, but only because he takes care of himself. He's physically fit, and then will just so happen to engulf a burritozilla, you know. Nikocado Avocado, though, I mean, what is this honestly? I would feel bad for the guy, but he's profiting on what's eventually going to kill him. Also, it's wasteful, so I kind of feel less bad. But like, when videos of your mental breakdowns have more than 1 million views, something's sus. Honestly, millions of years of evolution, and here we are. JayStation. Of course he would be on here, right? He's gotta be the modern day Sam Pepper, but maybe even worse, if I can say that. This is the kind of stuff I love to delve into, the psychology of this kind of stuff, because something must have gone through this bloke's mind to go to the point where he went, okay, you know what would be a good idea? I fake my girlfriend's death. And that popped into his head, and then he did it, and then he edited it, and then he uploaded it. There were so many points at which to turn back, all for a bit of money and attention. Like, his Wikipedia page is 90% controversies. He seems to be a bit of a sick man, to be honest. I don't know what some of these people are thinking. ProJared. I'm just going to be brief on this one, but he cheated on his wife. At one point, he had reached 1 million subscribers, but after the scandal, he kind of fell beneath the 1 million mark. And his channel kind of still continues to drop subscribers. His channel kind of did die because of it, potentially. My question is, though, if you drop beneath 1 million subscribers after getting a gold play button, do you have to give it back? Like, are YouTube going to send henchmen after you to try and get that thing back? Because technically you don't have 1 million subscribers anymore. Technically, it shouldn't be yours, right? That's for achieving 1 million subscribers. Alex Jones. Okay, yeah, this one probably will be a bit divisive because this dude isn't as much of a content creator as he is a political activist and meme. But this dude is crazy. Like, if you don't know him, he's the guy that had the Gay Frog song remix done after him. He's an American far-right radio host and conspiracy theorist, and yeah, his chaotic rants and general demeanor have thrown him into the stratosphere of memes. Obviously, you know, with all politics, he will be controversial, but at least it's like interesting. Like, everything that comes out of his mouth is wrong, but at least it's kind of interesting to see how convinced he is that he is right. ExtremeGames. Honestly, Beavis and Butthead here made a video a few years back titled, and I quote, "We're quitting YouTube because we're dying." Oh my gosh, I feel so sorry. I can't believe it. Just kidding. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, these dudes literally faked being sick enough to die to get views. then they went round asking people to pray for them, like using religion as a crutch for sympathy. On it. What? I mean, I can't. Honestly, how did these two do the mental gymnastics to rationalise this horrible, deceitful, downright ignorant thing to do just to grow? Honestly, suck your nan. I can't even believe it. Anita Sarkeesian, yeah. She is controversial because of her views on how women are portrayed in video games. Like, they're only there to appeal to the male fantasy. But no, seriously, she's a outspoken critic of video games that treat women as kind of prizes for male characters after their journey, and she's overall critical of video games with traditional gender roles. Some critics of her say that doesn't matter, and this isn't the point of those games, and she's received a ton of backlash from gamers throughout the past decade. I kind of understand why, but was less quick to judge her. I can see her reasoning too, though. I can see that some kind of like portrayals of women are very traditional, to say the least. But even so, I don't think every issue has to be a bigger political picture. For example, the original Super Mario kind of game that almost started this all, it's not hurting anyone. It wasn't meant to be some sort of big like patriarchal f*** you to women, you know, it was just meant to be a game. Darkside Phil, I didn't recognize his name until I saw his alias, DSP Gaming. Some of the smaller controversies that surround him are about his character. Apparently he's whiny, and he's just a bit of a general I don't know, though. I don't know the guy. However, I do know him from Drama Alert a few years back, where he was caught live streaming whilst eating. It's the first picture that comes up when you search DSP Gaming on Google, and he's been criticised for monetizing videos by which he speaks about kind of disasters such as Sandy Hook or even the death of his friend. So yeah, he's very controversial. Not a lot of people like him, but he still uploads videos despite awful kind of like to dislike ratios. Brittany Venti is known for being very enraged by sexist, racist and misogynistic remarks when she's streaming. According to Know Your Meme, she hates memes. And you might recognize her from the disaster GTA stream, where she was, I mean, to be fair, she was just being straight up bullied by a bunch of blokes. She was banned from Twitch in April 2018 for streaming content relating to a shooting that took place at YouTube headquarters. I think she's a troll, right? Like, she has to be a troll. Like, she has to be fake. If she's not fake, I don't even know if she's not fake. Gypsy Crusader is also known as Paul. I've just got in my script, also known as Paul. I didn't write down his second name. Anyway, he's an alt-right racist and an all-round piece of shit. He likes to dress up as villains, which is a bit ironic. He just goes on Omegle and is just racist. That's how he spends his time. He just goes on Omegle and he's just racist to everyone. From what I've interpreted, he's got into fights against Antifa as part of the Proud Boys, and last week he got arrested. ZeeFixesArt, before it got hacked, was a Twitter account that took characters from shows and fixed them, which is a, you'll see why that's a little bit controversial. These were mainly anime characters and whatnot, kind of cartoon characters, but mostly anime characters, and Z would change the race of their character and they would make it kind of slightly fatter. Now, a lot of artists were annoyed at this because firstly, Z was a bit hypocritical because people that fixed Z's art, like, Z would just block them. But secondly, race bending is a very controversial subject, and fixing anyone's art is definitely disrespectful. To say you're fixing their art is, yeah, just very disrespectful. As with everything, there should be a dialogue for this kind of stuff, but Z decided to circumvent that and just went and fixed it to the horror of most people, but Z has been hacked since. So, Nick J. Fuentes, another far-right white nationalist political figure. His channel was removed from YouTube in 2020, and yeah, from about 3 seconds of Googling this dude, I can tell that he is full of like, this video probably will get me a bit of hate, but yeah, it has to be said that he is against LGBT rights. This is on his Wikipedia, right? And I so hope this isn't true, but he compared the Holocaust to a cookie baking operation. Nick, what are you on about? Peluchin Entertainment is just a really, really sick person who killed cats in sickening, brutal ways. He had 59,000 subscribers, and I'm not showing the video. Just beating a cat to death is disgusting. If he's not in prison, he should be. The man is twisted, and the fact that he has thousands of subscribers is very unsettling to say the least. And finally, half the Gacha Life community. Gacha Life? What's that? Okay, that's it for this video. Yeah, I know I'm probably going to get a bit of flack for this video. These internet personalities, after all, they have a lot of fans. And this kind of also got into a little bit of politics, but I don't really want to delve too much into that. So I didn't make this video to go after anyone specifically. I just saw that people liked my YouTube drama video, and I kind of wanted to make a similar one. We have a Discord now, so if you enjoyed, please consider joining that. Follow me on Twitter at FoxAkimbo. Send me Iceberg requests to foxakimbo@gmail.com. And I just want to sincerely thank everyone for watching. Your continued support means so much to me. Let me know what you'd like to see me do next, as I'm only 26 videos in and I'm already out of ideas. Thank you for watching.